Hello and good evening. No tea. No tea. I just got back home from work. I'm tired. It's been a long day. It's been a day. You ever just have one of those days where it's just like not a good day? Yeah, that's it. And it really isn't a bad day. It's just things that I expected or needed didn't. So now I'm just what the fuck? That wasn't. Oh no, my. I was looking at my Spotify playlist and I was like, that wasn't there. Wait, no, that actually wasn't there. What the fuck? Hold up. Did it just get rid of my queue? Great, now I gotta rebuild that. I don't know why. Spotify, what are you doing? Huh. I mean, it wasn't that hard, but now I gotta redo it still. Anyway, not the point, but that's another factor to my day, I guess. But yeah, no. You ever have like one of those days? I said that part already. Skipping ahead. Yes. Yes. When you expect things that you essentially know aren't gonna happen, but you have to do it, and then you do it, and then you hear the news you were expecting to hear, aka that it didn't happen. So then you're just like, boom, crushed. Hopes and dreams, right? I guess to put more context behind that, like I said before, got in an accident. I lost my car that I had forever. It was my first car, my first and only car. It was my mom's car. I grew up in this car. This car was 20 years old. Cars, yeah. I grew up in that car. It was a wonderful car. I always told myself I'd ride that thing to the end of my days. Well, fortunately for me, I'm alive. It's not, sadly. So, I mean, I'm grateful, but I fucking missed that car. Yeah, it's a wonderful car. Wonderful car. So now I'm trying to find something comparable to it, but obviously something comparable to it in this day and age versus the year and age of that car versus what I got paid for it versus what I'm trying to get aren't in my favor. Yeah, it's not like I'm super fancy. I gotta have like some fucking super badass like car. It's just comparable to what my car had and was for something more recent is obviously a big price jump. However, back in its day for what it went for versus what I'm looking at, they are actually in the same price range. That's saying something, right? So yeah, I nailed that. I finally nailed it. I finally narrowed it down to like three fucking cars to pick from. I was like, yo, these are the three. Like one of these three doesn't matter. They're all good. Obviously, I ain't getting either one of them because when you're a college student with student loan debt and a personal loan you had out many years ago, you're still paying off, and you ain't making shit because you're a college student working a part-time fucking job. You try fucking sending an application. The only thing they see is you owe shit, you ain't got shit, you ain't making shit, and you ain't shit. In which case they say, fuck you, you ain't getting shit. Therefore, fuck me, I ain't getting shit. Which I saw coming, but I had to try anyway, because rental's running out. I barely got money for a rental. I'm broke as fuck. I need a car. Yeah. So yeah, that's my life right now. That is my life. That right there completely like dive bomb my day. My day was going pretty good. I was having a wonderful morning. I was ice skating. Not really ice skating. I was ice sliding because it rained and there was snow on the ground from like last month still. And it was melting, but it's still cold as hell. Then it rained and snowed. Sleet, they call it. It was sleeting. Sounds weird. It was sleeting. Point is, got up this morning to go work out and go to school and walk and shit, you know? And the entire city is frozen. Took 2 steps outside. Whoosh, sliding. And I literally, for the fun of it, because the entire sidewalk was frozen, was literally not picking up my feet and sliding. I was ice skating all the way there. It was pretty fun. Yeah, and then right outside my apartment, like took about 10 steps. Not even 10. I took maybe 10 steps. Started ice skating. Got my phone out to record me ice skating because I was bored. And then some dude was riding his bike. And I'm like, oh, look at that, riding his bike. And I look up, and then he's on the ground. Homie just hit some ice, I guess. Ate it. And I was like, damn. It's like that? Yeah, it is like that. Come on, I met up with the friends later. They're like, yeah, man, I was trying to drive, man, in my truck, man. It was just slipping and sliding. Slippity slide. Yeah. It be like that, man. Ice is real, man. It's only gonna get worse. Well, it's actually warming up, so it probably shouldn't be that worse. Not gonna front though. I want it to be worse. So I guess if you're up at night or in the morning, yeah, it'll probably be frozen. But in the day, nah. But I still want it. I like it. I passively like chaos, honestly. I really do. I passively like general chaos. Put it like that. Not all chaos, just general chaos. So I personally want it to just keep snowing and raining and freezing and yeah. Even though ironically that's how I wrecked my car. There was ice. I didn't see it because it was dark and raining and snowing at the same time. And it was obviously about under 33 degrees. And yeah, next thing you know, yeah, gone. It was crazy. But anyway, back to the point. There isn't really any real point. There's never a real point. My day was going good. Just a regular day. Pretty fun day. One of my classes got canceled because my teacher was sick. Hopefully she gets better. But, hey, had a free day. Well, went to one class. Didn't have to go to the other class. Yeah, you know. It was a day. It was a day. And then that happened, and that kind of just tanked my whole entire mood. Because in my mind, and you know, I let myself believe I could acquire this vehicle and this loan. Obviously, that wasn't going to happen. But I believed anyway. Why? Because I spent all this time shopping and narrowing it down to these fucking cars, and I was like, sweet. My mom kind of brainwashed me too. She was like, oh, look at this car. I was like, that is a nice car. And then after that, my eyes were glued to it. So yeah, played myself. I really did play myself. Because I was planning on just getting some garbage anyway. Because I'm going to get garbage money to buy a garbage car. Because essentially that is equivalent for what I can pay for. And quite frankly, what I can pay for with this money that I'm about to get is there's nothing good out there. It's all garbage. R.I.P. Story of my life. But anyway. Yeah, so at that point, my day's just fucked up. Then I have to go to work. So I went to work. Work was easy. Not a big deal. But I'm still fucked up. I'm just like, man, it's not the day. It is not the day. And I hate that. I hate not being in a good mood. Because then it's like, ironically, when you're like not in the zone, like you're not yourself, suddenly everything else around you seems to be like revolving and you start to see things how they are. And you're like, damn, on a regular day, I'm sure I would have interacted or acted differently or obviously looked differently and more approachable. But this is not the day and I don't really care and I feel like shit and look like shit. What do you do? Deal with it. Leave me alone. That's kind of how it was. Eventually, though, I always get over shit. I'm over it. It is what it is. Fuck it. But it's like, there's certain points throughout the day, I'm just like, I'm just not myself, man. And I don't like not being myself. No one likes to not be themselves. Be yourself, everybody. Be yourself. Just be yourself. So anyway, eventually I started to open up a little bit and started talking to more people again. And I was like, feeling better. So yeah, before I started feeling better, I was just working. That's it. Doing what little work there was to do. Wasn't a whole lot, but you know, you make it last. So I'm doing work. Just doing my job. And this dude walked up to me. He probably saw that. I don't know if he saw that I was just feeling and looking like shit, or if he just saw me working and was like, damn, that guy's working. Because I was, to me, on my pace. I was moving fairly slow. I don't move slow. Unless I'm just cruising along. But even when I'm cruising along, I'm moving fast. But I was moving slow. But I was sitting there, I'm stalking. And this dude just walked up to me, right? And he said, I don't remember his exact words, and my mind was just so detuned. But I wrote it down because I wanted to remember it. And also, I do remember it almost word for word. It's like 85% accurate, but it's pretty close. And it's funny because the same thing he said is also similar to lyrics in a song I was actually thinking of that I'm going to tell you guys later. And I was like, huh. But it's just the act of him saying it. And I'm going to go into detail about that later too. It's just like, that's what I do. I just do it just to do it, right? But he walked up to me, right? He looks at me. What's my name tag? I put on the fake I'm okay, like, face, kind of smile a little bit, ask him how he's doing, like the, hey, I'm a person, I'm alive. Like, hey, how's it going? And then he stops and he looks at me. He just kind of pauses for a second. And he goes, don't slow down. You're going fast, man. Don't slow down. Keep it up. And that was it. And then he just walked off. Said, have a good day. Yeah. And when he said it, I didn't really think about it. It was just words like, huh. Like you said something to me. Like my brain wasn't in a mentality to process anything. You said words. But it wasn't like your regular words. It wasn't just like a good job or anything. It was just a different batch of words, essentially meaning the same thing probably. But it's just a different batch of words. And I'm just like, huh. All right, thanks. I won't. I won't. I think later on, as I'm processing that, in my mind, I'm thinking he sees me, because in my mind, I'm thinking I don't feel good. That's the only thing that processes when I'm not, like, when you're not yourself, you tend to just sit there and process to yourself, essentially what's going on, or essentially negativity. So in my mind, I'm sitting there processing, like, I'm not feeling good. Leave me alone. Don't want to be bothered. I look like garbage. I'm not myself. But when he said that, I could have taken that many ways. I took it both ways. 2 ways of which I was thinking. I was thinking in a general sense of he sees me stalking, doing my job, and I'm going fast. Don't slow down. He likes my work ethic. Probably, maybe, I don't know. I was really in the zone. At least I looked like it, because I was just not looking at anything else. And normally I notice when people are around me. I didn't even notice him around, so he kind of just popped up out of nowhere. But yeah, he just said that and walked away. Now that I think about it, he could be a secret shopper or some shit like that. Secret shopper people that go to stores, like, basically rate your fucking employees, because nobody really looks at your name tag and says your name. But it doesn't matter. I'm not going to dig that deep into it. So that's the way I had thought about it. I think I thought about that like the second time. The first initial thought, which wasn't like a real thought, just a, hey, this is what he means, but I thought about it later. So it's like the second thought, really. I didn't put thought into it. But the second thought, or the first one, initial, was he probably saw that I was probably not having a great day. And I was, again, to me, I know I'm moving slow. I think he was saying, like, don't let it get to you. Do you. Keep moving. Keep moving along. Don't stop. I think, in a way, that's what he meant. I mean, I don't know. But that's kind of how I took it. Because, I mean, typically I don't try and let things stop me or get to me. If it does, it's just a roadblock. It's like a speed bump. You slow down, boom, boom, and you keep going. You just gotta keep going. So that's kind of how I took it. He's a nice guy. We didn't talk at all, but that alone was pretty good. But when he did that, it made me think, about what I do to people. So when I'm around friends and shit and whatnot, occasionally, randomly, especially for like working out or doing activity or whatever, I always tell people, just randomly out the blue, no reason, doing a good job, or keep it up, or you're better than me, or I just say random general shit, especially at work. Like, hey, looks good. I don't know. Just those little things, just little itty bitty things like that. General comment, something somewhat positive, can honestly change the course of somebody's day. Shit, change mine. And typically people don't hear these things. Nobody ever says stuff like that. Rarely ever does anybody really say anything positive to anybody, especially for what they're doing, unless, I don't know, you ask. But typically you don't hear that. So I think just the act of hearing something from someone, especially something good, whether they mean it or not, you hear it and you process positivity, and that's good. And I think that is, in essence, like the most important thing. That's what happened. That's what I try and do, and it came back to me. Paying it forward, passing it down, wherever the fuck they say it is. Like when I stopped to help somebody at an accident, and then somebody helped me in my accident. Shit like that, you know? It's these things you don't think about, but they happen. They're always there. So, essentially, the moral of the story here is, shit happens. Don't let it get to you. Keep moving. Be positive. Boost people. Boost each other. That's what we should do, you know? So yeah, that's today's chatty chat. I might do another one though. I still have been meaning to recap my entire trip that I had back in December for Christmas. It was a good trip. It's a pretty good trip. But the experience, you know, everybody has travel stories, and boy oh boy did I have one. Boy oh boy did I have one, or a few. So I've just been busy with school now and shit. But yeah, we'll get to that. But to sum things up, the song I was thinking of, actually, I have a few songs listed here. And I don't think I've been sharing my song of the day video, chat, whatever the fuck you want to call it, lately. So I think I'm just going to drop a few of them here, because while I was at work, I'm just thinking of these in my head. Because, you know, your brain's a jukebox. It just plays music all day long. So, the song that I was playing in my head, and this is the first one, is the one that, what that guy said was pretty close to a damn rap lyric. But, it's by Big Sean, great artist, my man's. And it's One Man Can Change the World. Highly advise anybody and everybody to listen to that song. It is a wonderful song, very inspirational. Hopefully it'll lift your spirits, change you, inspire you, whatever. But again, that's Big Sean, One Man Can Change the World. One of my favorite songs. It's a beautiful song. Following that, I have 3 songs. And actually, the lyric from Big Sean, real quick. He goes, takes me a second to think about it, even though I've been saying it all day in my head. Actually, he goes, think about it. Close your eyes, sleep about it. Tell your team, make $1 million schemes about it. You can have all the drive in the world, but slow down, don't crash. Yeah, something like that. Anyway, listen to it, please. Wonderful song. The next one I got is all by Childish Gambino. One of my favorite artists. Been listening to him since fucking junior high school. And we have Outside, My Shine, and We Ain't Them. Again, Childish Gambino, My Shine, Outside, We Ain't Them. All four of those songs are great. I know what you're thinking. I just said three. Yeah, three by Childish Gambino, one by Big Sean. All four. But yeah, no, those are the four songs. I gotta get to doing some homework. So, Lord help me. Guess I'm gonna go do some homework real quick. I guess. Try to. Yeah. Yeah. And then eventually I'll probably record my trip. And then I'll be caught up. And then I'll probably talk about school and other things. Oh boy. But yeah, to all y'all people out there, man, just keep going. Just keep it going. Have a great night.